Do you procrastinate? What is procrastination? Well, let's talk about that today. Procrastination is simply the act of postponing the act of doing something that you should be doing now. Procrastination is simply postponing something that you need to do now, postponing it to some other time, to some other day, to some other mood, in some other environment. It's just postponing what you ought to do now. We are all guilty of this. Have you not ever been accused of procrastination? It's such rampant disease in our environment. Yes, I say that it's a disease. Just imagine how many things we have procrastinated and what are the effects of that. Just think, maybe you need to exercise for your health, but you have procrastinated it. But you have thought, I'll do it some other day, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. I don't have a gym. I feel not all that comfortable going to the gym. Maybe you had to do something more in your career. Maybe you could have worked more. Maybe you could have taken on extra responsibilities. But you did not. You thought, I'll do it some other time. You thought, maybe I'm not good enough to do that. Even that's a form of procrastination. It's the perfectionist attitude. Maybe you thought you can't do it. Or simply maybe you were just lazy to do it. Think about your weight. Suppose you're someone who is overweight and wants to lose a certain amount of weight. We know what we need to do. Maybe we need to exercise. Maybe we need to control our diet. But what do? We postpone it. We think we'll do it tomorrow, later on, someday. What's going to change someday? Why not do it now? So this is how we postpone doing things which we should do now. It is absolutely simple. It's absolutely simple to get rid of procrastination. How? We just need to take action. We just need to take action. We know what we have to do. We know it's important for us to do it. But we don't. Just imagine if we would have taken all the necessary actions that you postponed to some other time, other day in your career, then what would have been the case today? Suppose you had taken all the actions that were needed for you to be taken at that particular time. If you would have taken massive action without procrastinating in your career, where would you be today? Suppose you had taken massive action when it came to your health, in terms of exercising, taking your multivitamins, going for your regular health checkups. Suppose you would have done all that. Would your health be not in a much better shape today? Suppose you had taken massive action when it comes to you reducing your weight. Suppose you had gone on a diet, exercised every day, took some medicines, whatever, but took action when it was needed, at the right time, then and there. Would you have not been in a different shape in your life right now? Is it so or not? It would have caused a massive change in your life, isn't it? If you would have taken action, your career would have been at a different level, your health would have been at a different level. You may have reduced the weight that you wanted to reduce. If not the amount you wanted, but maybe to a certain extent. That's a start. But right now, because of procrastinating it, Are you not in a worse shape than you could have if you would have taken action? Just imagine the effect of procrastination on the fields or on the in your life, in relationships with your children, in relationships with your partner, relationships with your parent. That phone call that you know you need to do and speak to your parents, but you postpone it because you're too busy. You're busy in work, you're feeling lazy, you're watching Netflix, you're with your friends, you're out drinking, but you just postpone that important call that you could have made to your parents, to your spouse, to your children, the amount of time you could have spent with them. But you say, okay, I'll do it some other time. I'll do it later. I have a lot of time. That's another sign of a procrastinator. I have a lot of time. It's a very common trap. So, this is what procrastination is, and this is the effect of procrastination on our life. I'm sure if we would have taken the right actions, even to small like actions, if we would have taken at the right time, our lives would have been much, much, much better. More growth, we would have been more ahead on the path that we are walking on. I'm sure of that. Let's see the common types of procrastinators. There are certain types that I would like to categorize people into when it comes to procrastination. The first and the biggest one is the perfectionist. You want to go to the gym. You should be going to the gym. You must go to the gym to reduce your weight, to improve your health, to improve your stamina, to build muscles. You need to do that. But what does the perfectionist do? He says, no. Oh, I'm not all that great at it. Oh, I can't do the push-ups all that well. My form is not right. I don't know the right sequence of events that I should follow in the gym. I don't know the right program that I should be doing. Just the right program I should be doing. I don't have a coach, a proper, nice, wonderful coach who would teach me the secrets just like that. The perfectionist has so many reasons for not taking action. The perfectionist always thinks everything needs to be perfect before he takes some action. And this leads to a lot of delay in taking action. This leads to procrastination. This leads for him to or her to not get the results that they would have got had they simply taken small steps, actions. The second type of procrastinator that I really would want to talk about is the lazy ones. Simply lazy. Most of the times, procrastination or delay in taking action happens because of just laziness. The lazy person, the lazy type just says, he just doesn't want to do what's needed to be done. You should be taking action. You should be taking steps to do something about it. But what the lazy one does? He just sits on his ass and does not take any action. No action. As if something is going to come out and make things all right. As if some external force is going to do it. As if some external person is going to go and make his life better. No. Nothing will change. This is the biggest second category of people who, procrastinate, the lazy types. The third category that I would like to categorize people is that I have got time. This is a very big trap. What I'm saying is based on my 25, 26 years of experience and what I have seen amongst people. I have these traits in me too, in certain activities, in certain actions that I do, but I try to overcome them. So the third type is, I have got time. The procrastinator who thinks I have got time. They feel, okay, I'll do this later. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this next month. I have got time. I'm there. I'm okay. The world is here. I'm here. I will do those things. I'll do it later. Do we really have time? Time is the only precious commodity that we have, very finite of, that can end or finish at any given time. We don't know. That's the only commodity of which we have no control whatsoever. Your time can end on this planet. You may die. You may get sick. You may get bedridden. What then? How would you get things done? So this is the type which always thinks they have got a lot of time. They'll do it some other time. They've got a lot of time. The fourth category of procrastinators, the protagonist of the procrastinator is, can you just think? These are the three most common types. You must be seeing, as we are talking and discussing, you must be seeing that, just start thinking who falls into these categories. The fourth type is again a very common type of procrastinator. The person who says, I've not done this before, and so postpones doing what needs to be done. I have not done this before, so postpones what's important to be done in that particular moment. I have not done this before, so postpones doing the most important things that could have a massive change, massive effect on his life. I have not done this before is a very, very big trap. You don't need to know everything before you do anything. Do you know exactly how, when you press the remote of your television and the screen lights up, do you know exactly the nitty-gritties of it? No, you don't know. But you know for sure, if you take the action, the TV starts. Do you exactly know the entire step-by-step process of how you drive a car? Of how it starts? Of how you put it in, when you press the clutch, what happens? When you put it in gear, what happens? Do you know the step-by-step, very minutest process of how it all works and the car starts moving? We don't. Most of us don't. But we know how to use it. Then why wait for taking the important actions in your life, thinking that I have not done this before. I have not done this before, so I can't do it now. I'm afraid. I have not done this before. How to do it? Oh no, if only I would have done this before, I would have known and I would have taken action and I would have grown. I'm not growing because I've not done this before. It's so tough. Everything is tough before it becomes easy. So this is the type which is again most common. These four types broadly constitute the major amount of people. We all are guilty of being one or the other of these types in some or the other thing that we do. The idea is to become aware and to take some action to change it. How can we get over? What can we do to avoid this? Well, I can share some tips with you about that. This most important thing, the most important step that I follow to overcome procrastination is that I make a list of 6 things, 5 to 6 things every night for the next day that I need to do. I'll write down, I can show it to you. These are my today's 6 things that I need to do. Make a list of 5 to 6 things that you need to do the next day. Not many, don't make a list of 10, 20, 50 things. Make a list of 5, 3 to 6 things maybe that you need to do without fail the next day. Make a list the previous night for tomorrow. And then next day when you wake up, just get down to that list. Just get down to that list and go about doing one after the other. Don't do any other task before you finish the number one. When you're doing the number one list on your task list of 6 or 3 or 4 or 5, just concentrate on that. Small one, only that one thing you will do. After you finish it, move on to the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth, then the sixth. Once you've done that, pat yourself on the back. Do this. Try it. Make a list of 3 to 6 things that you need to do the next day. Previous night, you make that list and stick to doing that the next day. Try it for one day. Do it for one day. Then do it for the second day. Do it for the third day. Give yourself 30 to 60 days and you'll see a huge change in your life. You'll find massive progress in your life in the areas that you concentrate on. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. The second technique that I follow, and it has worked magically for me, is that out of the list of the 6, the next day, I target the worst one first. The worst, by that I mean the toughest, the one that I feel is toughest of these 6. For these 6 I need to do. They are a must, they are important, they are urgent, I need to do them. But out of those 6 also, we feel some are easy, but some are very tough. Now, our general tendency is to do the easiest things first. So what we'll do is, out of these 6, 3, 5, 4, 6, the list that we have done, we'll try to get the easy ones done fatafat. And we'll feel happy about it. But your major growth will come by doing the toughest on that list first. Why you should do it first? Because it will increase your confidence tremendously. Secondly, if you leave that first, that toughest thing to be done last, it will not get done. It will get carried forward to the next day and next and next. Take my word on this. We will try to find ways to not do the toughest one on that list. In a sense, our mind will start playing games with us. Don't give it that chance. So the second technique is, do the toughest thing on that list of that you have made the previous night for the next day. Do the toughest thing. I would suggest the first thing in the morning, the first thing in the day when you start the list. Do the toughest one at the first instance, and then go about your rest of the things. These 2 techniques are so powerful. So powerful. Let's assume on your list there are 3 things that you need to do. Maybe you need to start exercising, going to the gym. Maybe you need to talk to your boss for the raise for the next day. And maybe you need to spend some time with your children. Now imagine, spend some more time with your children. Now imagine, out of these 3, exercising is the toughest for you. Well, what you could do is, first thing in the morning, set your alarm, wake up. First thing in the morning, go to the gym, walk, run, whatever. Take micro actions for getting this done. For example, what could be a micro action for getting your exercise done? Maybe you could say, tomorrow I'm going to run. So take a small step. Wake up and just wear your shoes. First step. Small step. Wake up, get ready, wear your track pants, t-shirt. That is the first small step. Okay, you have done that. Now maybe you can wear your shoes. Wear your running shoes. Sit there, sit in the house. If you don't feel like stepping out, no problem. Second day, do the same thing. Third day, maybe try to keep one leg outside your house, or maybe both your legs. Take small steps. After 4 or 5 days, maybe just walk in your corridor. After 10 days, maybe start going on the road and taking a walk. You see, it grows on you. Slowly and slowly, you will start liking it. Slowly and slowly, your body will get accustomed to it. Slowly and slowly, you will start running slowly on the road. And Believe me, trust me, if you follow this process, in due course, you will start running every day. You won't be able to stop. You won't feel good if you have not done it. Micro actions, small steps. Don't pressurize, fool your mind. If it says no, no problem. I'll just take the first step. I'll wear my track pants, I'll wear my t-shirt and sit home, thinking that I have to go to exercise. I won't do it. Next step, I'll wear my shoes. This is the fourth secret of getting things done. Micro actions. Take small actions. Very small actions. If you are really finding something to be very tough for you to do, break it down to extremely small actions. And take that small action every day, consistently. Once you're consistent doing the small action, move to the second small action in that group, in that process. Then the third. Trust me, very soon, the procrastination, the habit of delaying will just vanish from your life. Just do these 3-4 things and it will absolutely vanish. You know, these simple, this sounds simple, but I'm telling you, follow it, it works like magic. Procrastination, avoiding things, taking the path of least resistance is the natural state that our body, our mind likes. We don't like to take effort. We want the path of least resistance. Productivity takes effort. Outcomes need us to take actions. Success needs consistency and patience. These are not natural. They need us to exert ourselves. They need us to be more intelligent about our lives. These are not, they don't come naturally to us, just like procrastination comes naturally to us. Just like resting comes naturally to us. Resting comes pretty naturally to us. It is exercising which needs effort. It is exercising which needs decision making. It is exercising which needs patience, perseverance from us. So if you want to achieve anything in your life, remember, you will have to kill this demon of procrastination and make taking actions your friend. That's the only way to go about it. That's the only way to go about it. See this? This is a lighter, right? For it to have flame, the outcome of this lighter is the flame. It needs a body, and the flame comes from here when we do this, the process. But what drives, what makes the outcome possible, what helps the flame come? It's the fuel in this. It's the fuel. Similarly, we have this body, we have our life, we have the process, but what is the fuel for us to get our results, to become successful? The fuel is taking actions, taking massive actions, to take action every day towards our goals, towards our destination. That's most important. So, kill procrastination and win your life. It's absolutely important. Otherwise, it will eat like a disease into you. It will eat into your growth. It will kill your relationships. It will spoil your body. It will spoil your health. Rather, you kill procrastination and be a winner. All the best.